Hello everyone, the following is a demonstration of how to quickly get started with Hazard and Operability Study Kit software. Start by opening the software. After entering the software, it is a graphical navigation graphic. There are three modules: Hazard and Operability Study, Layer of Protection Analysis, and Safety Integrity Level Checking. It's easy to know how to start a Hazard and Operability Study project. Either create a new project or open a completed or partially completed project. Now demonstrate the process of software -assistant Hazard and Operability Study Analysis. Click New Project to pop up the option to create a new project. Here you can select Hazard and Operability Study, Layer of Protection Analysis, Safety Integrity Level Check items. Select Create Hazard and Operability Study Project and click OK. The page for entering the basic information of the new project is displayed. Enter the project name and project leader here. Note, the columns marked in red are mandatory, and the other fields are not mandatory. Specific new project. Click Save to automatically direct you to the project preparation screen. Preparations to be made prior to the formal Hazard and Operability Study analysis, such as confirming the selection of the risk matrix of the participants in the meeting, the parametric guides, the analysis method, the process safety information, etc. The project information can be modified again by clicking the Edit button. Click Next in the upper right corner to enter the participant interface. Click Add, and the Personnel Information table will pop up. Here, the name is mandatory, and other items can be optionally entered. The software also supports other ways to import. Then go to the risk matrix selection in the next step. The default software is the Industry Guideline Matrix, and you can also choose other matrices, such as HAZOP matrix and other enterprise matrices. You can also create your own matrix, and here we recommend the Industry Guideline Matrix. Specific Risk Matrix Maintenance. After you decide to use the matrix, the next step is to enter the parameter selection interface. The software provides industry parameters and guides, which can meet 95% of actual needs. You can also add custom parameters to meet your actual needs. The next step is to go to the analysis method interface. That is, to determine the Hazard and Operability Study report format. The software provides a choice of styles, such as quantitative analysis and evaluation criteria. Quantitative analysis is recommended here. The next step is to enter the process safety information interface. Here is a list of the relevant materials needed for Hazard and Operability Study analysis. The next step is to go to the node division page. Add node, enter the node information, only enter the node number, node category, and node name here. Specific node division. Click Next, go to the node drawing interface, and click to add the drawing number and drawing title. Please be careful to check that the drawings you are using are consistent with the site. Next, the node step. Compared with the continuous process, the intermittent process has more operation steps to be entered. Please enter a concise description of the steps. Next, node devices. New, enter the main device name and tag number. Next, let's go to the Hazard and Operability Study Analysis interface. In the list of items and node trees on the left, click or click on the nodes, steps, and parameters to reach the guide word. Specific analysis function. Below is information for attendees. The participants of each node tick here. That is, the meeting checklisting of Hazard and Operability Study Analytics. Note that at the beginning of the Hazard and Operability Study analysis, we select the guide words in turn to guide the members to analyze the deviation. A new group is added on the right, and you can enter the deviation to describe the causes, consequences, measures, etc. Description of the deviation, entry deviation, and where it occurred. Reason, click to bring up the experience library. You can see that there are a lot of expert experience data, in addition to personal experience database, common data, equipment data, historical data, etc. Click to select a cause, such as a faulty control valve on the outlet pipe and close it. Click the device data to modify it. As a special reminder, Hazard and Operability Study requires a cause to correspond to an accident scenario analysis. and the second line here is used to fill in the contributing conditions, such as the source of fire, personnel at the scene, etc. HAZOP refers to the probability of the cause occurring, such as the failure of the control valve once every 10 years. Choose one here. You can also click View Initial Event Frequency Table to find the probability of occurrence of other categories of causes. Consequences: we do not consider any safety measures when writing the consequences, and the specific evolution process of the accident should be described in detail. Double-line click to bring up the Expert Experience library, and the software will provide different descriptions of the consequences according to different reasons. Double-line click to select a consequence description, modify it, and save it. SI refers to the severity of the consequences without taking into account any security measures. Select the corresponding consequence level according to the description of the consequence, and select high consequence if there are casualties. LI refers to the likelihood of a consequence occurring, which is automatically calculated based on X0. RI, the level of the original risk, automatically generated based on SI and LI. Click the RI to bring up the risk matrix chart. Existing measures on the PID drawing, write a line of existing security measures on each line. The probability of failure of protective measures is assessed separately. There are a lot of existing measures in the Expert Experience space that can be modified after double-line clicking on the selection. EFS refers to the likelihood that existing measures will not fail or whether measures are effective, and the effectiveness is expressed in scores. It can be seen that the likelihood of existing risks is automatically reduced. S refers to the level of consequence of the existing risk. Generally, the consequence will not change, but in some cases the consequence will be reduced, such as measures such as blast walls. L is to increase the likelihood of an accident scenario after the existing measures. L is automatically calculated based on the probability of Li and FS. R's existing risk level is automatically generated, and you can double-click to bring up the risk matrix chart for viewing. Recommendation number automatically generated by the software. The button to refresh the number regenerates the recommendation number in the order of the existing recommendation items. When the existing risk level fails to meet the risk requirements that we can accept, it is necessary to add recommended measures. Click to call up the Expert Experience base and choose to add chain parking for the then modify it. Suggestion category: select the corresponding recommendation category. Software definition is safe, environmental, production, etc. FR refers to the failure probability of the proposed measure. For example, if a new safety instructed function, loop chain of safety integrity level 1 is added, and the failure data in the software database is once every 10 years, then the risk is reduced by a factor of 10. SR refers to the level of consequences that may occur in the accident scenario after the implementation of the recommendation. LR refers to the likelihood of the accident scenario occurring after the implementation of the recommendation according to L and F or automatically survive. RR refers to residual risk, which can also be called residual risk. If the risk has not reached an acceptable situation, then it is necessary to add a suggestion which shows that the low risk has been reached and the accident scenario is analyzed. Printout: after the analysis is completed, you can print out the report. You can output WORD, PDF, and other formats, and the output interface can be manually selected. Specific printout. Thank you all for watching.